Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here, the 5th day of March, the 18th day of Adar. Here we go. Now, just today, your Seder. There's many mistakes that people make when planning their Seder. I'm specifically referring to the problem of speaking to everybody at your Seder, keeping everybody interested in everything. One of the common pitfalls that some families do is they early on in the Seder allow men, and what ends up happening is it stretches out till very, very late at night. The food ends up being served at like 11:30 at night. Some people have children are falling asleep and getting grouchy. So with the backing of some very important rabbis, spend till 11:30 or 12, and what a lot of rabbis have suggested to me, and all of the discussion that's supposed to happen at the Seder, it's wonderful to have, and then you can park there for a good amount you want to discuss. So in short, the first step that I'm telling you is you do not have to plan for a laboring 3-hour part to your Seder that is all before the food, because it does for different ages that are at your table. And you know the four sons? You know that part where the Haggadah talks about how you have 4 different ways to talk to the 4 different sons? Well, by all means, you have to apply the same strategy to all the different ages that are at your table. There is going to be possibly some very young ones. You might even have some grandparents there, and you really do have to consider all the different ages that are at your table and somehow keep everybody happy. One of the ways to do that is to move a little bit quickly to the meal part and have all of the wonderful discussion, the bulk of it, happen during the meal, and that would be considered wonderful. Also, a second thing that I'm just going to suggest to you here tonight is I'm a teacher, and I know that in a classroom you can have very varied interests and varied abilities within a classroom, and the same thing could happen around your Seder table. And what you might want to try to do is have what they call in the classrooms differentiated instruction. Well, the way that would work around your Seder table is that if you have yourself, whoever it is that I'm talking to, and a mom, and an older brother, and whatever, you can have different people tend to the different needs of the different levels at your table, such that frogs and little fun things are available for the very young children, representing the 10 plagues, and someone is kind of overseeing them and keeping them interested, while the older person or a child who's capable of scholarly stuff can be discussing that with someone like the dad or whatever, and just tends to the different people's needs all at the same time with the different people that are with you at the Seder table. Now, I know everybody's setup is different, and in some households there's only going to be one speaker able to talk all the different needs at the table. But if you're blessed with a few different types of people who can help you lead your Seder, then by all means splinter off a little bit and have one person kind of working with the little ones, and another one working with Bubby and Zadie and their needs, and another one working with the kids. But just try to give everybody what they need all at the same time, perhaps centered around the food, and then you're still going to accomplish everything